What's up guys, I hope you've been doing great. Today I've got a quick install video for you. We're gonna see if we can get the 8.1 injectors to work on the cammed 5.3. From the last video we were having idle issues. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and put it in the link below. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's injectors. After talking with a few people, and then one of my dad's buddy that also does tuning, we both think that it's injectors. So I went ahead and ordered the 8.1 injectors. Today we're just gonna go ahead and see if we can install them and if it'll run. I know we're gonna have to do some tuning, but I just wanna see if it'll run. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get with the install and we'll find out. And here we are. So we've got the fuel rails. I just went ahead and pulled these off the truck. It's at home, it's not able to move. So instead of swapping out injectors because the weather's garbage and just keeps blowing, it's blowing and then it's not, whatever. I just don't want to risk getting dirt in there, so we're just doing it here. I've got the extra intake manifold. I'm gonna go ahead and just load the injectors in the fuel rails, then we can load it up in the intake manifold and then just swap the intake manifold. To me, that's actually easier than each individual injector, and I want to go ahead and check to make sure that the gaskets on the truck are still good. They're not that old, so just to rule out any kind of leak, I just want to go ahead and rule that out. So we'll take a look at it when I pull it off. So we've got the 5.3 right here. So here's the 5.3 injectors, and then the 8.1. They are basically identical. I'm trying to get these in the light best as possible, but yeah, they're identical. Two prong, blue gasket, brown gasket. The only difference is this has 3 holes in the bottom of the injector, and then the 5.3 has 2. If we can get it to focus there, you can kind of see right there, there's 2. Now I know the O-ring gasket looks the same, but I was reading up that some of them you do have to swap out the O-ring because they're too large. But let's go ahead and just see. Oh yeah, that pops right in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and load these up and then we'll make sure that they drop right into the intake manifold. Injectors are loaded up, ready to go. Now I did take a little bit of petroleum jelly and put it on the O-ring. I just did a little bit. You don't need a lot. You definitely don't want to get any on the tip. I just put a little bit on the O-ring to help it go in. Injectors and fuel rails are ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and head home. We'll get the rest of the intake manifold removed off the truck, and then we'll pick up on me dropping this in, and then hopefully we can get it started. And then for those of you who are wondering about the 4Runner in the background, I will go ahead and I'll have a video out next week about this thing. Should be a fun project. But for this video, we're gonna get the truck running hopefully. Alright, we got the manifold out. Everything's just kind of off to the side. I wasn't able to get the whole rail off because I forgot the little piece that you put in there to separate it. So I just went ahead and took it off the rails and flipped it off to the side. So that was easy enough. And then I just got a couple zip ties holding the harness up out of the way. Got everything swapped over to the new old intake manifold. Everything's lined up well. I went ahead and just got new intake manifold gaskets. The ones that were on that one weren't that old, but just to be safe, I wanted to get new ones. I'm already in there. So it is the next day. It got dark real quick last night, so there was no point in filming because I didn't have any of my lights. So I just went over this morning and looked over everything. Everything looks good because I was doing it in the dark last night. I just need to hook up the battery and we'll see if she starts. So let the fuel pump prime up. Let's just go ahead and see if this is going to do anything. Weird. Well, it clearly doesn't want to run, but I did notice when I put my foot on the brake, I get a sweet humming noise. So now I'm wondering if it could be the brake booster. Now it does have an ass ton of miles on it, so that could very well be a thing. Whoa, We don't know for sure if it will run with 8.1 injectors, but they fit in perfectly, all of that. I can always plug it in. I just don't have enough time today before work. I actually gotta head to work here shortly to plug it in. So we'll plug it in, take a look at it, and hopefully get our answer. Again, I'm gonna look into the brake booster. But yeah, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to see if it would run on 8.1 injectors. They fit. I don't know for sure. It could just be that my truck's being a piece of shit, which more than likely is the case. So I'll plug it into the computer, get a look at that, see if it's the truck or if it's the injectors that already need a tune. I don't know at this point. Yeah. But I want to get you guys an update video, so hopefully the next video I'll have more answers for you. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for watching.